Good day, everybody. How's everyone doing? Let me know in the chat how you guys are doing. Let me know in the chat how you guys are doing. Are you guys ready or what? Oh, it's going to be a good week, guys. It's going to be a good week. It's a big week. It's an important week. Everybody who's in the Discord, make sure you come to the YouTube. Stop hanging out in the Discord. We're not doing the session in Discord this week. We are not doing the session in Discord this week. We're doing it live on YouTube for everyone to see. All right. So I'll wait about 1 more minute. Let everyone just come in, and yeah, I see you guys excited. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's gonna be a great week. It's gonna be a fantastic week. But yeah, I'll just give people about 30, 35, 40 seconds, whatever, just to come through, and then we're gonna get active. All right. Do 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 do. In the meantime, is there any hot stocks you guys have seen? I mean, I've got my list. I've got my good list here, but out of interest, have you guys got something that's caught your eye that you want to share with the group, or what's the situation? Okay. Okay. Well, with that being said, it is now 8:05 Eastern time. I think it's a good time to start. Everything should be good to go. And then, yeah. All right, people. Welcome to another weekly watch list. This one is big. This one is very important. As you guys see on screen, they've got earnings for this week, right? So I'll be honest, this is the biggest week of October, by far the biggest week of this month. And it's probably the biggest week of Q4. I'll be honest, it's probably the biggest week of Q4. Now, obviously, we've got big earnings this week. 5 of the MAG7 report. You've got a big tech report in. You've got a lot of companies that we like trading in Discord reporting. But not only that, we've got FOMC rate cuts. We've got potentially a China trade deal coming soon. We've got Jerome Powell speaking. We've got the end of the month. This is the last full week of October. We've got Trump visiting Xi, the Chinese leader, on Thursday in South Korea, where they're going to discuss trade agreements. We've got a lot of different things happening this week. And maybe even SPY hitting $700 for the first time. Who knows? It's a huge week either way. It's a huge week all around. And this is the time to start winning, right? So if you come through today and you come to to watch this and learn with us, thank you. Good on you. If you're rather, watching, I don't know, NFL, or you're watching Steelers and Packers and all that kind of stuff, don't be annoyed. Don't be upset when everyone else is winning this week, because Sunday, they were here grinding with me. They were here watching the setups, taking notes, all that kind of stuff. And, it's a new week. So just make sure you make the right decisions today. Do what's going to benefit you going forward, right? So we're going to start with earnings. Then we're going to go filter into, maybe touch on futures a bit. Then we'll touch on a bit of the news here and there. And then we'll get straight into the charts, So let's start with earnings right off the bat. Like I said, 5 of the 7 are reporting this week, right? Wednesday and Thursday are really the big days, right? Meta, Alphabet, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple. Those are Wednesday and Thursday. But don't disregard Tuesday, right? Monday, I'll be honest, I'm not really looking at Monday. Don't disregard Tuesday, though. Tuesday, we have SoFi. We have PayPal. We have UPS on my radar. I'll be honest, from this whole earnings calendar, there's about, I'll probably say 14 or 15 stocks that I'm watching, right? 14 or 15, I'll be honest. Look, Tuesday, before market, we've got SoFi, PayPal, UPS. After market, we've got Cheesecake Factory, right? If I asked you guys in the chat, right, what would you say is my favorite, let's say I had to pick 3 companies. What would be my top 3 companies for me personally that you've heard me speak about, or you hear me promoting or talking about investing in? What would you recommend, or what would you say? What would you guess if I had to say, hey, pick one company or pick 3 companies that I love talking about, right? I'll come back to that in a second. But either way, so Tuesday's got about 4 or 5 companies that I'm really looking forward to this week. Wednesday is going to be interesting. Boeing and CVS pre-market they're both catching my eye. Then, of course, after close, obviously the big ones, Meta, Google, Microsoft. But don't forget about Chipotle. I've done a few reviews on Chipotle in the past. Don't forget about Chipotle. Thursday now, pre-market, we've got Eli Lilly. That's definitely catching my eye, as well as Roblox. Down there Thursday, Roblox, pre-market. Then look at aftermarket. Aftermarket Thursday is probably the biggest, because we've got Amazon, Apple, Coinbase, Reddit, Cloudflare, and Roku, all on Thursday aftermarket, right? And then Fridays, Exxon and CVX. So we've got the oil, oil companies. But realistically, like I said, it's a huge week, right? And I'm gonna go back to chat now, because I asked you guys what you would say for my top companies, right? First one, SoFi. Second person said SoFi. Next person said AMD. Someone said PayPal, AMD, Cake. Yeah, let's be honest. You guys have missed the big old Palantir, but yeah, AMD, SoFi, Palantir, probably my top 3 companies, right? Then, yeah, probably a bit of PayPal here, a bit of Cake here, some Exxon, These are all these companies I've got shares in, and all these companies I love. I love them dearly. So, yeah, we've got a big week this week. I'm really excited for what SoFi is going to do. I've got big expectations for SoFi. We'll touch on that in a second. I wouldn't say worried. I'm more intrigued about what PayPal is going to do. I think whew, it can be exciting. It can be exciting for PayPal, but we'll see how it goes this week. And then obviously, like I said, Wednesday, Thursday is big. But let's hop over to Yahoo Finance. So yeah, US stock futures climb. So pretty much, the US futures have already gapped up, right? The futures have already opened. So right now, futures have gapped up, and that's given me some confidence going into this week, right? This week, I do not want a chop fest. I do not want days wasted on consolidation. Last week, Monday, we had a day wasted on, AWS servers for trading platforms. And then on Friday, day wasted because of chop fest, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was lovely. You had put opportunities, you had call opportunities. I do not want a single chop fest day this week. And if they're going to do a chop fest day, leave it for Friday when we've already, achieved what we want to achieve Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? So yeah, like I said, the futures are already climbing, which is good. I've seen the guys in the Discord smacking the futures. Shout out the futures team in the Discord. If you're not already active in the Discord with futures, go check that tab out. And if you're not in the Discord already, come check the Discord out, even if it's just for futures. Those guys in the futures know what they're doing. They've had some big payouts this week. They've been smacking the markets this month, so that's great. But yeah, futures gapped up, so that's giving me confidence. I like that. Obviously, we're expecting a rate cut Wednesday. We don't know what's going to happen. We're expecting a rate cut Wednesday. We'll see what does happen. ES gained almost 1%, and NQ almost 1% as well. So that's a good start yeah, I say good start to the week, because once again, futures sometimes give us an indication of what we're going to see in the financial markets in the stock market with Wall Street and them. So before I go over to charts, just read this paragraph here with me. The futures optimism, follows a banner week on Wall Street with all three major indexes closing at record highs Friday. Right? The Dow jumped 472 points to finish above 47,000 for the first time. The S&P added 0.8% to creep closer to the $6,800 level, and the Nasdaq rose over 1%. So I'm going to touch on the S&P for the meantime right now. Could this be the week where we see the S&P at 7,000? Could it be the week? Maybe. If the big earnings goes well, the MAG7 report we want to see, the market reacts well. If Trump goes to South Korea and, those trade agreements he discusses with Xi go well, if Jerome Powell says we're going to cut rates, if all these things happen, could we see the 7,000 level at S&P this week? Potentially. And I would love to see it. I've been wanting a pullback, here and there in the last few weeks, and I haven't really had a pullback that I liked. We've had a couple pullbacks here and there, but they lasted less than a day. And we haven't had that pullback I like. So in the meantime, let's run. Maybe the pullback comes, Q1 next year. But yeah, this is a good start to the week, right? Futures gapping up, futures already moving in the right direction. So yeah, markets are almost certain that Feds are going to cut interest rates, hopefully. Last week we had CPI, obviously that helped the markets pump as well. Remember, the government has still got the government shutdown, right? If we get an announcement this week of the government shutdown being, whatever you call it, like finished or lifted or whatever, that could also help the markets push. Let's be honest. And then, yeah, blah, blah, South Korea Thursday. Yep. So obviously, again, 5 of the MAG7 report in their third quarter earnings. So yeah, like I said earlier, it's probably the biggest week of Q4. It probably is. All right, let's head over to the part you guys, really want to, you guys are really here for. Let's start with, we're not going to start with Coinbase. I'll start with IWM, so the small caps, the Russell. But please remember, for those of you who are not yet in the play, we are already swinging the calls, okay? We're already swinging the calls. Now, if you're not already in the calls, just wait, because our calls expire tomorrow. They're actually down right now. Friday, IWM pulled back slightly towards the end of the day. So our calls are actually down right now. But just wait. Don't jump in at open, right? I think, let me see. I'll go to the daily time frame for IWM. And I just want to add another level. So I got the 248.55 level, but I'm going to add one more level in here. Okay, just under 255. Sorry, under 245. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. Bit further. I'm gonna go right here. Okay, so it's near Wednesday's low. Okay, that level for me. Let's say we just sell off sometime during this week. That level for me is important. So you can mark that level on your chart as well. But yeah, don't worry too much about the puts right now. I'm just saying, mark that level in your chart. It's a level I've been wanting to mark, and obviously, it's a key level for me and myself, right? So let's go over to the stocks to watch, the hot stocks to watch for this week. Let's get into it right now, right? So first and foremost, SoFi. Earnings in 2 days. SoFi's at $29. Like, this is a dream. Let's be honest. We've been here since $6, right? We've been here since $6. We got slapped down to $6 about 3 years ago. We rose to 11 last year, came back down again, and finally rose this year up to 30. SoFi's price target for this week is $34. It is simple, and I'll give you the reasons why. I'm extremely confident that they're gonna beat earnings this week, right? But not only beating earnings, because in stock trading, you can beat earnings and your stock can still sell off. But this is what I want for SoFi, and this is what I'm expecting for SoFi. I'm expecting a triple beat. So a triple beat means they report better revenue, earnings per share, and guidance than expected by the analysts, right? Than the market. So last quarter, they had a great earnings. If we scroll back to last quarter's earnings and we just look at the price action after that, here we go. It was this day. We went from 21 up to 25. Okay. So please remember, again, none of this is financial advice. This is my expectations. This is what my thoughts, theories for SoFi. But yeah, last quarter, they had a growth, like a revenue growth of like 43% year over year, which is a huge increase from the previous quarter. And honestly, Q3 might be a little bit tougher when it comes to Q3 report, might be a little bit tougher. But I think, again, SoFi is going to shock a lot of people. SoFi going to beat analyst expectations. SoFi is going to hopefully, perform another nice triple beat. That would be great, right? So my $34 price target is up here. If I were to mark it, right, it doesn't actually exist yet. It would be $34 right here. That would be my price target for SoFi. That's where I want us to go, right? You look at the daily time frame. Back in the end of September, we traded SoFi, and the calls did not go our way, so we ended up losing money. We bounced on the this is the 50 EMA. We bounced on the 50 EMA, and we started rising again. Realistically, any price action down here is where I should have been buying more calls for SoFi, but I also do have my shares, so those are up nice. But I'm expecting SoFi to hit $34 this week. That's my target. We're right now at $29. I know a lot of people in Discord are in SoFi swings, which is great. I think we can get up there to $34 Tuesday. I really do think so. All right. Obviously, if earnings doesn't go as well as expected, and if earnings doesn't even go, half as well as last quarter, SoFi might drop and SoFi might pull back. If it does pull back, it's okay. I'll look for leaps. Contracts 6, 7, 8 months out for $30, $32, $34, that kind of thing, just for just for an opportunity to make some more money on the earnings recovery. Again, as you guys saw in the chat, I'll check the chat in a sec as well. But yeah, SoFi is one of my top stocks, one of my favorite stocks. If you're in a Discord, I always reference that messages I've been posting about SoFi for years. I'm buying SoFi at this price, $6.52, buying SoFi at $9, buying SoFi at $11. We've been buying this up, well over 100% now. So it's great. But again, like I said, I'm confident with what Anthony Noto is going to do this week. I'm confident in the company. And either way, whatever happens, there's opportunities there. Okay. What did we say? We said Tuesday there's PayPal, right? Tuesday there's PayPal earnings. Yeah, Tuesday is PayPal. So let's talk about PayPal briefly. Okay. So PayPal, I'm kind of stuck in two minds. I would definitely love to accumulate more shares of PayPal before the earnings is announced. But at the same time, I've seen what can happen with PayPal earnings. Okay. Let me start off with the weekly chart. Okay. So we're in this is from a technical standpoint. We finished inside week, right? The price action of this candle finished inside the price action of the previous week candle. So it could get explosive technically. But with earnings, depending on how earnings goes, look at last time, right? Earnings could also drop the stock heavily, right? Last week, the last time PayPal reported earnings, that week, PayPal dropped from $79 all the way to $66, okay? So we've had a bit of consolidation last couple weeks, in and around this area between 66 and 71. PayPal earnings are always tough because, as you saw last time, it can tank, but a couple quarters ago, it rose. So it's one of those, again, where you need to be careful, right? And again, like I said, I'm stuck in two minds. I think I'll trade the post-earnings action. I do have some shares, but if it does tank, then I'll see a huge opportunity here, right? I will load up on shares. I'll probably load up on some 6 to 8 month out call options as well, up, in and around the 80s. I like what PayPal are doing. I like their business model. I like, what their CEO is doing. Alex Chris, great CEO. But again, Wall Street hasn't really warmed to this PayPal as of late. But let's look at this weekly chart one more time, because I have some levels up here, $88, $89, $92, all these levels, right? Realistically, if I was to trade the post-earnings action of PayPal and trade it back up to the 80s, I could see us being in the money. I could see us being at 92 within, 7, 8 months, right? By next year, April, May, I could see us being up at 92 and further. So maybe that is what I do, just wait for the post-earnings action and then trade that. But I like PayPal stock. I love it for shares. I think $69 is way undervalued. I think we should be up at the $118 level. I think we should be way up here next year, right? I think PayPal's had a huge sell-off. They've had their issues with their CEOs over the last couple of years. Or I'd say not in the last couple of years, but the previous years before 2023. And I think PayPal's an opportunity either way you look at it. I won't trade it before earnings. That's more what I'll do with SoFi. But let's see how earnings report go. Let's see what they report for the revenue, for the EPS, and then we'll see how guidance goes. So I'm looking forward to that. Next up, SMCI. So Supermicro. This is the weekly chart. What I like about the weekly chart for Supermicro is Sure, we've had 3 red weeks in a row, and we finished with a bearish engulfing candle. What I do like about it is it's pull back to the 9-day EMA, right? So obviously, it's on the downtrend, right? If we go to the daily time frame, we can see it broke below the 50 EMA. But what I like about SMCI is this is a level, this is a previous level of resistance right here, right? And as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I shouldn't assume, previous levels of resistance can become new levels of support with stocks. So from that standpoint, if we can start uptrending here, I don't know where the bounce will come, where the confirmation will come. If we get a confirmation of reversal, we can start looking at SMCI calls. Take SMCI back up to $52. Take SMCI back up to bit like 57 and higher. But I just need to wait patiently. This play, got back-to-back dojis here. This play should set itself up, but we just have to be patient. I like SMCI once it starts recovering. I'm not going to try and trade SMCI puts. I think the $8 drop has been enough. I think the $8 drop was nice. Even from here, if you look at first week of October, it's been a $10, $11 drop. I think I'm going to wait on SMCI, but I'm going to have it on watch. It's going to be on my radar. I want us to start trending back above the 50 EMA on the daily time frame, back above that 49.61 level. And once I start seeing that, I'll gladly take calls. Just back up to the 56s going forward. That'll be a swing trade of mine, but we'll wait. Right, beginning of October, we did smack SMCI to the upside. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It was something like this. And we could do that again, but we just need to be patient, wait for the setup. No need to jump the gun here. Next up, Amazon. Before I talk about Amazon, let me just quickly check the chat and make sure the likes are up. All right, 58 people watching, 13 likes. Please do not be stingy with the likes. It's going to be a great week. We're going to, make some money together. We're going to, learn more together. Please don't be stingy with the likes. I definitely appreciate if everyone can smash the like button. Let's at least get to 30 likes. That'd be nice. Half the, 50% would be nice. And if you're not subscribed as well, just subscribe. It's free. We're doing this for you. So yeah, let's talk about Amazon now. So I'll be honest, I messed up big time with Amazon last week. Big time with Amazon last week. Here's why. Everyone knows what happened Monday, right? Monday was the day Amazon shut down what? They shut down what? The servers of WhatsApp, Threads, whatever, Canva, Robinhood, Webull, other platforms. People was not able to work. People was not able to log in at work, whatever. Some people were lying. Some people, whatever. Either way, let's be honest. Amazon showed us something last week. Now, what is it that Amazon showed us? If you don't understand what I'm talking about, Amazon have free. Oh, it's already going again. I had a feeling this was going to happen. But either way, Amazon have 3 prime business models, right? No pun intended with the word prime, by the way. So they got their e-commerce business. We all know about that, right? You go on Amazon, you log into Amazon, you want to buy stuff, you go on Amazon website. Amazon Prime, you get stuff shipped to your house. Amazon Prime TV as well. You go on there, you watch NFL on Monday nights, whatever. They've got that business model. They've also got their ads model, right? If you guys know about TTD stock, who is that? They crashed last month or 2 months ago. What's the problem? Their main competitor is Amazon. So Amazon have got their advertisements and that kind of stuff. And then the third business model of Amazon, which I was surprised a lot of people don't know of, a lot of people are not familiar with, AWS, right? Amazon Web Services. Sorry. Now, what happened last week, Monday? Amazon Web Servers was down. AWS was down. And what did that cause? A lot of different apps to be down, right? Let me show you that. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me show you that, right? AWS. It should be here. Well, they didn't put it in. Oh, it's probably because it was 5 days ago. So they've only got the new updated detailed articles. Either way, so let's go back to the topic. So Amazon, right? Last week, Monday. AWS was down. A lot of different trading platforms were down. People struggled, like I said, to trade. People struggled to get into the, make trades on their Robinhood, Webull, all that kind of stuff. People weren't able to do stuff at work. Here's the thing now. Once that happened, when that happened, Amazon was at 214. Now, in my mind, right, and this is why I said I made a big mistake. In my mind, I've been saying to a lot of people in the Discord, we're in Amazon already, but Amazon, it can come down to 211, which it did. But in my mind, when it was down at 213, I'm thinking, shoot, Amazon, this many companies rely on Amazon. This many companies use Amazon to to function, and the servers are not even working properly, in my mind, what am I thinking now? Amazon is not as reliable as we thought, right? I'm thinking Amazon, Amazon almost just crashed the whole, like half the tech industry, right? Half the apps we use. In my mind, that's what I was thinking. I said, I didn't buy Amazon puts. I'm thinking Amazon's just going to start falling one of these days. So when it falls, we can take advantage of it. What instead happens? Amazon rises. Amazon rises. I think it rose like 1% that day. I think it rose like $4. So why did that happen? And why did I get it wrong? What mistake did I make? Well, guess what? So all these different apps and all those kind of things crashed or stopped working. And guess what? The world realized. The world realized, wait, we're all relying on Amazon in some way. We need to buy Amazon because everyone is relying on Amazon. Without Amazon, none of these companies can do anything. So everyone starts buying Amazon up. And next day it gaps up, right? So Amazon goes from 213 to 224 over a day period, purely because everyone realizes, wait, not Amazon is bad because it crashed and or it got hacked or whatever happened or the servers are down, but everyone is relying on Amazon in some form, so let's buy Amazon because everyone needs Amazon. That was pretty much what happened, and that was a mistake I made. I was thinking, wait, I love Amazon as a company. I've always said this is going to go 250 this and that this year, ABC, and then in the meantime I was thinking, wait, Amazon's not even functioning properly. This might be a put play. Amazon might start selling off. No, it's the other way around. Amazon went ballistic. Like it jumped up. It literally jumped up $10 in a day. And it's not for no reason. It's a valuable company. It's something that everyone relies on. So everyone started buying it up. So that was my mistake. When it came to 211, I discussed it on live in the Discord. I said to people, when Amazon keeps coming down to 211, even if it comes lower, we're going to buy it up. Instead, I hesitated and I thought, wait, they might sell it off because they're not even working properly. No, it just shows that everyone is relying on Amazon. And it means even more money for Amazon. It means we should all be buying Amazon, right? Not financial advice. So realistically, I love Amazon as a company. What happened last Monday was very frustrating, very annoying. But realistically, we all need Amazon, right? So Amazon had a nice, strong run, $11 run last week. And I think it's going to continue this week. Now, the only problem is they report earnings and before earnings, right? Before Thursday, it might see this running and then where earnings might come and they might tank it. Why is that? Let me show you what happened last earnings. Right? Amazon ran, and then after earnings from 235 down to 212. And I'm worried that might happen again this week. But on the other side, sure, we dropped $23 last time. On the other side, this time, let's say we do run $3, $5, $10 maybe again by Thursday. If they sell it off, I'll gladly take opportunity in running it up on the recovery after earnings, right? I feel like the AWS crash will still cause this to sell off because of earnings, but I feel like before earnings, people are going to be buying this up, right? I might be wrong, I might be right. Who knows? That's my thoughts and feelings on Amazon. I like this stock. I'm going to keep saying it. The what happened last Monday was very annoying, but I do know that, again, it's Amazon, right? Like I said, it's not just about AWS. It's about everything else that they've got going on. It's about their ads business model. It's about their Amazon Prime. It's about their e-commerce. It's about all the other things, right? So yeah, Amazon is definitely on watch. That $230.45 is my price target. Otherwise, if it doesn't get there before earnings, then I'll just leave it. I just wait till post earnings to trade it. I think it's something for us. I really do think it's something for us post earnings again, like last time. I'm not trying to trade this over earnings, right? I don't, because of what happened last time. I didn't expect, and it can happen again. It's earnings. It can happen, right? So I almost feel like this was a scam because 211 was my level. 211 was my level, and it just started running when I was thinking it's going to go lower. So that should also tell you something about investing, right? Whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's SoFi, whether it's Amazon, AMD. Sometimes when you think it's going to go lower, you can also just start buying now, slowly averaging, dollar cost averaging, and then take advantage. Like they pretty much almost scammed us, right? they performed poorly, and then they ran up. So yeah, let's move on to AMD. I just mentioned AMD, right? AMD, I love this stock. I love this company. Still a huge shareholder in this. Ran $18 Friday. AMD right now is in no man's land. It's up there in no man's land. But we're at 52-week highs. So we're celebrating, right? Lisa Su is doing an amazing job with AMD. We've been waiting for this. All of us, we've been banging on about AMD the whole year. From it was $78 back in April, right? We were banging on about AMD. So it's nice to see up here. But can I buy AMD up here? No, I cannot. I cannot. I'm a hold what I have right now of AMD. This is just too high. And guess what? I do think it's going to go higher. I might be biased, but I do think it's going to go higher. I think it's going to go 260 this week. But I can't buy it up here personally. I need a pullback probably to the 9-day moving average, which is about a $15, $17 drop. And I really honestly don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to come down $17. If it does, then I will be happy to buy. But I don't think it's going to come down. I think it's going to see 260 this week, but I cannot buy more here. I will let it continue to move. I still think it's I said it this year is 250 was a price target. It's already hit 252. I still think it's a $300 to $350 stock for next year. They're doing a lot with their MI350, MI400 series. They're doing a lot overall. AI is going to help this one, run just the same way AI helped NVIDIA run last year and the year before. So yeah, AMD, I think we go to 260 this week. I think it goes higher and higher. I just can't, because I know people are going to ask, I just can't invest in it up here. I can't buy more up here, right? These were the times to buy. April was the time to buy when we was buying back in April. We were buying it up April, May. I can't really be buying up here. And I know people are going to ask me, look at AMD, look at AMD, look at AMD. I cannot personally get it up here. It's not going to benefit me getting it up all the way up here. But I do, again, think we're going to run to 260 this week, funny enough. Okay. Then I want to talk about Open Door. So this is an interesting one, right? Open Door had this amazing run from, what was it, $2.80? I think when we first talked about it in Discord, it was at $2.80. We ran all the way up to almost $11. Now, first I'll show you the weekly chart, okay? Weekly chart, we came all the way down to the 9-day moving average, and we finally got a green week, right? 5 straight weeks of red, 5 straight weeks of sell-off. We finally got a bounce on the EMA. It might be time for Open to fly. Now, it jumped 13% on Friday. It was a good way to end the week. You can see with the lower wick, they tried to push price action down, but it held strong. Now, this is where it starts to get juicy, the daily chart. We came down to the 50 EMA. We didn't fall below. We held it. We started uptrending, and we closed above the 9 and the 21. The 9 and 21 also look like they're about to cross back over to the upside. Now, let's zoom out a little bit more. Okay? Looks like we're kind of flagging, right? If you look at price action here, let's look at price action, right? It looks like we're just coming up, and now we're flagging, right? We're flagging, kind of flagging. Let me just draw one trend line. Let's go from here, or just go like that, okay? Let's see if Open can start pushing, right? My first price target would be that $10.90 spot for Open, and then I'm thinking $12. Now, I don't think this will happen this week. I think it's going to be a beginning of November idea, $12 for Open, but a swinging the calls for Open, let's say with 3 or 4 week expiry out, is not a bad idea. But if you are going to do that, please use a stop loss, because I don't want people just holding. It can happen. It can get nasty. But I think Open has got something for us. This is the kind of setup I like, right? The pullback to the 50 EMA, or sometimes it's the 9 or the 21 day, but the pullback to the EMA, and then the recovery, and then the close above the following EMAs, right? So if I was to look at November 21st expiry, maybe November 28th, towards the end of the month, I wouldn't mind taking a $10 call, a $10.50 call, right? Those things are usually cheap. They probably cost you $70, $80 for one contract. I like what I'm seeing here. I love the fact that we've recovered after 5 straight red weeks. I love the fact we start to recover. I love the close here. This is a real nice setup, right? This is one of the prime TWP setups right here. This is one of those prime setups. And I think from a technical analysis standpoint, this is what you want to see, right? I'm not going to get into the fundamentals right now of, because I know Open's being short and that kind of thing. But again, from a pure technical standpoint, this is what I like to see. Now, let me take a quick break and look at the chat just in case there's any questions. I still have my stocks to watch coming up. Get the likes up. Yep, great information. It's going to be an interesting one. Great week ahead. Definitely there for leaps. Yeah. It was a mess. Yeah, they're dominating AWS. Yeah, cool. I missed the entire market up. Yeah, Iron's on my watch list. I'll get there. Make sure you get the likes up, right? We've got 34 likes right now. We've got 65 people watching. Come on, increase that at least to 45. Don't be stingy with the likes, right? The likes don't cost you nothing, right? Yeah, so Open is on my watch list. I think Open can blow. I really do think it can blow this week. I'll be honest. Again, I don't think we get the $12 this week, but I think we get a nice push for Open this week. Keep this on your radar. It's cheap contracts and it's a play that's set up nicely. It's pulled back. That's what we want with things. We don't want things like AMD, which are all the way up here in no man's land. We want things that have pulled back. Pulled back. We've got to pull back here. So yeah. Next up, I have read on Amazon. Oh, crypto, right? Coinbase. So we're talking about prime setups. We're talking about pullbacks. You see the weekly chart for Coinbase, a little bit similar to Open. Couple red weeks, but we held the 9-day moving average. We closed inside week. We're starting to uptrend. The daily time frame, excellent. We sold off. We didn't know where we were selling off to. We got a doji and we got the huge gap up, and Coinbase pushed. So the thing with Coinbase, Bitcoin just hit 115K this week and then today and then rejected. Ethereum at 4.1K. Coinbase, I like what I'm seeing, but it's just, again, earnings can come and just destroy this. Let's look at previous earnings to get an idea of what happened. Consolidation in between the EMAs, sell-off. That's the thing that happened last Coinbase earnings. This week, I don't know what's going to happen. I like this setup right now, but until earnings, I expect it to at least push. I expect it to push maybe 371, 380 this week before earnings. Earnings can be a toss-up, though. Earnings can tank it. Earnings can do anything with it. Same with MSTR. MSTR has earnings this week. MSTR's earnings is Thursday as well. I'll be honest, MSTR, I think it's just going to sell off. I don't have any hope in MSTR. I don't think this is a great company. I think when your company's like business plan or business model is just to buy Bitcoin and hold Bitcoin and that's all you do, I don't know. Like that's not really the kind of things I'm looking at. I'm looking for those companies that innovate, that have got proper business models, the Amazons, the AMDs, the Salesforce, the Adobes, the SoFis. Those are those companies I like, the Palantirs. Not really this stuff, my MSTR, right? It did bounce my level of support, but I think MSTR is a put play. I think MSTR, when I look at the weekly chart, we had a huge engulfing candle first week of October, and since then we've sold off. You've got EMAs crossing to the downside. If you guys have watched my EMA video, this is a bearish setup. This is a death setup, and I think again, MSTR and Coinbase are different. If you want to take calls, go to Coinbase. If you want to take puts, go to MSTR. If you don't know what you're doing, stay out of it, right? But yeah, I'll go for Coinbase. Like Coinbase for me, this is a great setup. This is a prime setup. Again, let me just highlight that for you. These I like these Coinbase, right? 373 will be my first target, and then let's go up and touch those levels at 387. I think Coinbase can go hit those levels this week. MSTR, I'm not even going to tell you where this can sell off to, but it can sell off. It can sell off. That's what I'll say. It can sell off. Maybe another $8, $10. It can sell off. Let me see. What was I going to go for next? I just talked about stock. Oh, we're talking about strategies, right? So ASST. We've all heard a lot about this one right now. What I like about this one is it's a cheap play. It jumped 27% Friday. What I also like about this one is it reminds me of Beyond Meat, and it reminds me a little bit of Open. So with this one, ASST, I don't know a lot about it. I know they own $1.3 billion worth of Bitcoin, and I know when Bitcoin starts running in the next few days, if it does, then this will pump. This is more like a lottery play, this ASST, right? It's more like a lottery play. I'm not going to come out here and say, yeah, this is a great play, because you can see them push it 27% a day, and you can see them drop it 40% a day. So just beware, because it closed above the 9-day EMA on the daily time frame. The weekly time frame is just in no man's land still. But yeah, again, if you want to trade a crypto stock, look to the Coinbase. Coinbase is much better than MSTR, and obviously the AST is just cheaper, but it's not the ideal one. Okay. Let's talk about. I've talked about so far. I haven't talked about Cake. Exxon have earnings Friday. There's a few stocks I have to talk about. So Exxon, like I said, earnings Friday. I think in regards to earnings, it's going to be last earnings. I think it died last earnings. Yeah, sold off last earnings. I think it's going to be a difficult one to play after earnings. Sorry, before earnings. I think it probably sell off a little bit, but it can also just rally. It's just a bit bipolar. The weekly chart was really nice, really good. Shout out showing off for those calls last week. Those really paid well, but it's kind of got near my rejection level and sold off. So Exxon, I'll just wait. before it gives me a clear setup. If it comes down to the EMA and starts uptrending again, sure, we can take calls. If it pushes up here and gets rejected, we can take puts. But I'll just wait for it. But it does have earnings this Friday. I'm a shareholder. We've already, we've been in here since $54. So it's already been running up, so we've already got a 2x on that, 100% return. I'm just gonna wait for it to give me a clear setup. Okay. Now I talked about Adobe earlier. What I want to highlight with Adobe, I like this play for long-term shares. I like Adobe for long-term shares. If we're talking about business models, this one has one of the best business models out there. It's literally recession-proof. If you work in marketing or you work with any kind of creation content, or you work with any kind of designer content, whatever you do, you guys have probably used Adobe before. Adobe should be up in the 600s and 700s. It's probably going to be up there in a couple of years, but I could, get some more shares this week. Earnings is still, a while away. I like Adobe just for long-term shares. That's what I'll say. And then the last thing I want to say about Adobe is we did close above the 200 EMA last week, Tuesday, and then we held above it. That's a good sign. So that's a great sign for those of you who are already in Adobe. And if you're not in it, then start looking to maybe get some shares. A $20 difference on a $300 stock is not crazy. So don't think you're too late. It's really not that crazy. And again, it can get up to the $600 levels like it was before. Then I got UPST, Upstart. Okay. So why is Upstart interesting me? Again, we'll start with a weekly time frame. But guess what? After 4 red weeks and a death cross, Upstart finally had a green week. Closed green last week. You can see huge green body. Now look at the daily time frame. This is where it starts to get interesting, right? So we had Gravestone Doji here. We had the nice pump here, and we closed above the 21-day moving average. Now, of course, it was, it was a good week for UPST, but I have a rejection level at 55.54. If we start to push towards that again and we break it, maybe come down to retest it and start pushing, I will take UPST calls, but I'll look for probably December calls, right? Maybe December 5th, maybe December, I don't know, 12th, maybe like that. Mid-December, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. But I think UPST can start getting busy. Last week, as you guys know, in the small count challenge, we smashed UPST, right? We killed it. And I think we can do that again with UPST this year. But I'll wait for it to just break that $55.54 level and then show me, what it's got going on, and then we can take it from there. And then I've got a couple more for you guys. So ARM, which is ARM. Look at the weekly chart, right? It's up there. But I said on Friday, right? I think it was a few minutes after market close. I think I said or it might have been in the evening when I was chatting and putting in the Discord. I said ARM is going to be on my watch list. Now, if you're in a Discord, you know why ARM is on the watch list. But honestly, let's just look at this. Let's look at this. I know it's a lot of pain for people in the Discord. I know this one is a lot of pain for me and myself too. Lost, a good bit of money on it. We came down, you remember that day, we came down from 172 to 152. And then we bounced back, we recovered. We came down and recovered. The next time it comes down, I will take my ARM calls up to 175, right? 4-hour chart is interesting. 4-hour chart does look like we could pull back a little bit, maybe $2 or $3 before we head higher. I'm just going to keep it on watch. I just want the pullback, and then I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough one because we experience pain with it, but the recoveries are nice with ARM. So just keep it on your radar. And then I'm going to go with Cake, and I'll probably either go with CRM or Robinhood, or maybe HIMS. Let's see. So Cake, my great company, Cheesecake Factory. 2 green weeks in a row. We had an closed inside week last week, and we just rocketed out this week. We touched the 9-day and 21 EMAs, but we closed below. And then the daily time frame is where we start to get busy. We got the golden crossover, the 9-day crossing over the 21-day EMA. We got a close above the 50-day EMA. Now, will we get some follow through going, continuing the uptrend? Potentially. Thing is, so earnings is Tuesday. Do I wait for the earnings report to play this, or do I play it before the earnings report? I'll probably wait until after the earnings report. Last earnings, if you're a cake shareholder like me, you will know this, right? Last earnings, we sold off. It was a tough earnings. We sold off heavily, and then that started the beginning of a crazy sell-off. Right? There was consolidation before we sold off further, consolidation before we sold off further, and only now we're starting to find our feet again. I want to see cake back in the 60s. You know, as a shareholder, it hurts to see cake under $60, honestly. But I think, again, I'll just wait for the earnings to come. If it does pump during earnings, that's fine. We've got shares already. If it doesn't pump during earnings, then it's a better opportunity, right? So yeah, that's Cheesecake Factory for you. And for those of you who came to the last meetup, you remember how much I was banging on about Cheesecake Factory. You know, so much so that I found a plastic bag in the streets, and I made sure to advertise Cheesecake Factory. So yeah, Cheesecake Factory is something that I'm looking at, and I think, yeah, this is something for us. And then we've got Hood, CRM, Marvell. Who do I go with? I'm not going to do all three because I want to make sure I can get to you guys' stocks. Hood, Marvell, and I think, oh yeah, HIMS as well. I think I'll go with Hood. So last week, Robinhood came down 2 weeks in a row and finished inside week. I think we get explosive from here. So Robinhood came down to the 50 EMA, held above it, bounced on my line of support at 121 and recovered really well. I didn't get a piece of this. But now we're above the 9 and 21 and looks like they're going to start diverging. This could be something for us, right? So what I'm really looking at for Robinhood, can we get back into the 145 level, back up to the 145 level, this level right here, 145, bring it down a little bit, 64, 145.64. That's my level. That's my price target for Robinhood this week. I'll be honest, I'm bullish on Robinhood this week. I think what they've done this year is pretty incredible. From the growth stocks, this is one of those that's been up, in the top 10 this year. I think 145.64 is my level for Robinhood. I think if you're already in calls, swing those calls. I think, unfortunately, this is what happens with Robinhood a lot. You see this gap up. Unfortunately, a lot of the time, Robinhood will jump overnight. It is very annoying. It's very frustrating, and it means you can't get into the play. Hopefully, it doesn't do that tonight, and hopefully we can get into Robinhood. I think this could be a nice swing to the upside. And if it does jump overnight, it might be just one that you leave because it can tend to be a bit tedious trading it intraday when it's gapped up. Here's a prime example, Friday, right? Gapped up, pushed, sold off, consolidated before it steadily uptrended, right? It's a bit tedious when it gaps up overnight. It's a bit tedious. So hopefully Robinhood doesn't gap up tonight. Hopefully it just stays where it's at, or in and around 140, maybe no low, maybe not past 141. That'd be nice. We could just trend it up to, 145.64 first couple of days this week. I will say that. Now is the best part of the video because I know you guys are waiting for your stocks to watch. We are 50 minutes in, exactly 50 minutes in. We have 42 likes. That's a shame. We can't get 50 likes. All right, let me see the comment section. All right. People are throwing stocks out. I don't know if you're talking about calls or puts. I don't know if you're talking about long-term shares. I don't know if you're talking about earnings. I don't know what you're talking about. So just let me know. Coin is at 372 right now. Oh, let me go back to coin because, yeah, coin is, let me add these extended hours on. Where can I see coin? Where do you see coin at? Where do you see coin at for you? Am I missing something? It should be showing me where coin is right now. Let me check Yahoo Finance. Hopefully coin isn't all the way up there. We want coin to just stay where it's at so we can. Oh, it is at. Ooh. Ooh, is that see, that's what I said. Coinbase. Let's see MSTR in the meantime. Okay, MSTR is up. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect MSTR to be up. Yeah, Coinbase is it's up there. It's a shame. That's a real shame. Either way, there's other opportunities. Webull calls. All right, CROC 5653. So I'm already in Webull calls. I'm not going to add to this position. I'm going to wait. And I like the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart is doing what it needs to. The daily chart just closed above the 9. So if you are in the Webull with me, we should see. I said a few weeks ago, the price was $12 in October. We still have 5 days of October left. We can still hit $12 this week with Webull. Long-term shares, I think Webull is great. Don't forget, people, Robinhood was way down at 15, 17. Robinhood was at $8, right? So Robinhood being at $140 today is not even it's a surprise, but it's not like out of the world for companies to do this, right? Webull can do the same thing. Webull can go to $150 in 2 years or 18 months or whatever it is. So yeah, Webull calls I like. If you're saying you want to get in now, great. If you're already in, hold them for a little bit. If you're down bad and you don't know what to do, just cut and reposition. Who else got it? Circle. What about Circle? What you think about Circle? Okay. Or what you think about that crypto related stock? So obviously we traded Circle a few times this year. It's been one of our, actually it might have been the best return. Circle and RGTI provided the best returns this year. I think Circle actually provided the best return. This crazy jump was, yeah, insane. I like Circle where it's at. I think it's getting busy. Let's do a little bit of a deep dive into what's the chart showing us now. I'll go to my 4-hour chart. I'm going to stick with the daily. So what do I like about Circle? Okay, we start to break out this trend line here. Let me just do this, guys. Let me do this. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Let me fix this a bit. Let me just do this. Just another parallel one. I think Circle's got something for us, actually. Now that you put this on my radar. 152. That's the price target for Circle this week. 152. I think Circle has something for us. I really do. Let's say right here, 152.17 will be my price target. Right, that's a previous resistance zone for Circle. I think Circle's got something for us this week. Good. Well done for putting this on my radar. Good looks there. Circle might have something for us this week. There's some setups. There's some setups. Okay. I think we can go to 152 this week. I think if we're lucky, Circle might even pump to 159 this week. Circle calls are definitely on the cards. Definitely on the cards. Let me check the Discord real quick. If you're in the Discord, hey, just write Circle. Wait, what's going on? Looking at the Discord now. SoFi keep going. Okay, SoFi's going. That's good. How much is SoFi up? See, this is the thing. The Discord be on top of it. They be on point. I like that. Said SoFi keep going. Oh yeah, we're at 30. That's good. 34. We'll go to 34. We're going to 34 this week. Believe it. Amazon, that felt like a setup. Servers were down while the stock went up. Yep. D, you got that correct. AMD at 260. Listen. Is that 260? It's at 260. The price target. This is the funny thing about when you do watch this. AMD has already hit the price target for this week. All right. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? AMD, this is amazing. This is the best company. Lisa Su. Come on. SPY at 682 is crazy. Yeah, SPY is going to 700 this week, isn't it? 700 by end of the year. No, not end of year. We're going there. We're going there in October. When possible expiration, did you say open? I can't type in the YouTube chat for some reason. Open, I said November, I think 21st, I think I said. Or November, yeah, I think I said November 21st, something like that for open. I'll watch the video back later just to confirm. Yeah, I think open can fly this week. I think I said November 21st and 28th. Yeah. Open, oh yeah, Yasmin got it there. Thank you. The market is running great. We're already in calls, so we're swinging calls. We're already good. That's good to see. Let me just quickly check something, guys. I'm excited. We're in calls, so we're swinging them. Q's at 618 yet or not yet? Oh, are we gonna wake up excited tomorrow? It's gonna be some screenshots tomorrow. IWM. Oh, we're gonna wake up nice, bro. We are gonna wake up nice tomorrow. Yes, this is great. They said, who's gonna tell me about AMD? Yeah. Oh, AMD's at 260. We are so excited, man. SoFi is gonna make us. Oh man. Wow. Thank you guys in the Discord, by the way. Oh my gosh, this is a great feeling. So you can sleep peacefully tonight. We were talking about Friday. We were talking about how, live stream on Friday. We were talking about how sometimes it's difficult to swing them ETFs over the weekend. And I said, I'm swinging it. I said, I'm swinging it. And we're going to wake up excited tomorrow. So, yeah. Let's go back to the YouTube. AMD calls. I like Bull from here. Got stopped out. What's up, Weedlow? Nice to see you in the stream. What do you think about CLSK? CLSK is a bit annoying, a bit annoying for stock. IREN, CIF, all crypto stocks are going to explode in the second half of November. Speaking Jill, nice one. CLSK, I don't have much thoughts on that. It's doing its thing, but I think we've missed the real run up, right? Real run up was back here at $12. I've got my levels for CLSK. Yeah, I don't have much to say about CLSK. IREN, yeah, they're going to pump iron to $70 this week again. I think I'll leave it because there's better opportunities and also cheaper opportunities. But I think iron can go blast off to $70, $73 this week. EOSE, I love this stock. Can we get up to $20? Maybe. In fact, it's setting up nicely. Hopefully it's not already up over hours or after hours or overnight hours. EOSE. It's already up 5%. Listen, this is why I swung calls in a few things. I'm still happy with what I'm going to see tomorrow morning. But EOSC would have been a nice one to take Friday. It's got a clean setup on a daily time frame. The 4 hours nice. We've got a bit of, we kind of bottomed out here and then started the uptrend. Yeah, EOSC, you'll probably see $20 in November. Keep pumping these stocks in the Discord. Yep, keep pumping these stocks in the Discord. Keep pumping these stocks. Oh, AMD is just AMD and IWM. We gotta eat good tomorrow. If you're in a Discord, keep pumping them stocks. Yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna wake up in the money on IWM. Yes, this is great. All right, cool. Oh, they're telling me in this. Yeah, if you're in a Discord, drop your stocks to watch. Put them out. They said Marvell. If you're in a Discord, drop those stocks to watch. Oh, we're gonna wake up nice tomorrow. We are gonna wake up nice. Remember last weekend they gapped it up. This weekend they gapped it up, but this time they gapped it up with us in there. So yeah. Marvell. Let's go to the weekly chart. So the weekly chart is pullback. I think we can get some more pullback on Marvell. I'll play. By the way, when this earnings comes out, or before this earnings comes out, I'm thinking of taking Marvell to the upside. I think it's going to be a good earnings. I've got high hopes for Marvell. I think we can make some money. So yeah, Samantha, you posted Marvell. I think Marvell can pull back a bit more. But at the same time, the daily time frame is starting to look like it wants to get busy. But let's see if we get a rejection here at the 21-day EMA and come down, or if we pump. Okay, let's just see. All right, keep putting them in the chat. Okay, MU. So MU we talked about in the Discord. It's way up there. MU is way up there. We've been trading this since 60. Was it 60s or 50s? No, 60s then. It was the 60s. Yeah, MU is up there now though. MU is up there. Only thing I'll say for MU, I think it can still go higher. I think this is kind of annoying though. We've been trading this one a lot of times. I'm going to scroll all the way left, see if I can find anything for MU. I really don't know if it's already at the all-time highs or what's up. I think it is. Yeah. So MU, realistically, so let's see. What did we pump Friday? We pumped $12 Friday. And that on Thursday, we jumped from 195 to 2. MU can go to 228, 230 this week. MU can go up there. Yeah. MU's got a price target 228, 230 this week. I think we've got it. Yeah, that's it for Micron. Baby girl Lou said her SPY 679 call is in the money. Everyone said their $30 calls for SoFi is in the money. Oklo is in the money. Path is nicely setting up. Okay, so Path PATH finished inside a week last week. Inside a week is good because it means we can explode upwards. Okay, Guess what though? The daily time frame, we got this going on. Let's get the trend lines out again. Remember, don't forget about your technical analysis. The fundamentals are great. The technicals need to be there too. We got this going on. Once again, path. We exploded out. We might start running back up to $17, $18. Keep path on your radar. And listen, you don't have to trade every single stock we're talking about today. In fact, you don't have to trade any, but keep them ones on your radar. Make sure that you pick what's best for you. For path, honestly, I'll just go safe. I'd go a $80 call for like November 7th, right? Or even 14th. Something's cheap. It's only going to cost you what, $50, $60, one contract. It's going to be okay. And I think even shares down here is not bad. I think they're going to run this one up again. They did the nice run up before. They pulled it back, and it's time to run it up again, right? So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I think it's another great opportunity here. I think you can go out the money on this one, a couple dollars out the money, and you'll be okay. Oh, it's just some setups. We're going to have fun this week. All right, keep posting them stocks in the Discord. Keep posting them stocks. CLOV calls after PG64 said CLOV. Oh, nah, we need this one to pull back. Oh, weekly chart is crazy. Yeah, we need this one to come back. We need this one to come back. I don't know about this one. This is up there. Thank you to PG64. Jay says Oklo. So weekly time frame for Oklo finished outside bar, came down. We might sell off more for Oklo. At the same time, it bounced on the seat. That's why I always tell you guys, different time frames tell different stories. The weekly chart says we might come down a little bit more. The daily time frame says we've already come down enough. It's time to start heading back up. We may get a rejection here, sure, but we might just start breaking through that and start heading higher. Okay, so yeah, 150. I mean, 157 is my next real level for Oklo, which is previous support, or well, not even support. Where them two candles open last time. Okay. Yeah. S. said SoFi. We've been riding these SoFi leaps for a minute. Yeah, we've been riding SoFi for a long time, and we're going to still higher. 34 this week. 34 this week. Come on. Last earnings we wanted 25. We got 25. This time it's $34 is the number. Joe says Nike, please. Nike I love for long-term shares. I got my shares in the 50s. I'm gonna start with a weekly chart for Nike. It's still below the 9 and the 21-day EMAs. It did finish inside week and then exploded out this past week, so that's a good sign. And we did close above the 21-day EMA back-to-back days. So yeah, Nike could start getting active. I just think it's a bit of a slow mover. I think it's better for you to just look at Nike long-term as a long-term play from that perspective. And yeah, I like Nike, but I just gotta wait. I gotta wait for Nike to, if I want to swing trade this, it's probably going to be a couple months out, that kind of play. Yeah, PG64 said DNUT calls. These are the weird stocks. PG64 is finding me those big closes this week. I don't know about this one. It's up there. It's not really my kind of setup. It's a bit too erratic. So I don't know about this one. I like the weekly close though. It's tough. If you're in the Discord, keep sending me those stocks and let me check the YouTube comments too, just in case. Geez, 48 likes on the YouTube video. Come on, guys, step it up. This is why the Discord is amazing. They be pumping up the likes. Uber calls, Micron calls. We already said that one. BITF, Clove calls, Lyft, Uber. I'll check out Uber FYD. What's going on? Hopefully, we'll see you at the next meetup. The next location for the meetup is confirmed, by the way, everyone. All right, Uber. This is a nice close. Or maybe I'll say an interesting close. So Uber closed above the 21-day EMA, below the 50-day EMA, and above the 9-day EMA. I would say for Uber, it's a bit of a tough situation here. When you see a lot of companies that we just looked at going crazy, Uber's probably up like 20 cents or like 50 cents max, like 0 point something percent. Like everyone else up 4%, 5%. See, 70 cents, right? 0.74. It's not really up nothing. But that works in our favor as well, because if it does start to push, if it does get one of these green days, the rare green days, sure, we can go back up to 96.52, right? But I just don't like the price action from Uber. It's just not strong enough. Especially when other stocks are running, other stocks are pumping, and Uber just comes and does this slow movement. It's not really what I want to see. Lyft, Tesla, RGTI. Well, you know my thoughts about Tesla. RGTI, I'll look at. Well, okay. What to say about RGTI? We've been in RGTI since $14, right? It was around here. No, hold on. Oh, this is what we traded last year. So we actually traded last year at the 5s, but we've actually stayed in it consistently since around here, $14, right? RGTI, I like it. I love it. I still got my shares. I haven't sold a single share of RGTI. But once it hit $57, they shorted it heavily. It came down $18. In the last 8 days, it's only had one green day. That's my problem with RGTI. So where I am now, I'm not going to buy anymore. I'll hold what I have. I think it can recover back up to 57, but I just don't like what has been happening recently, right? I think RGTI is just something that I just leave. I just keep holding my shares, and we're up 180% on the shares. That's okay. I'll take that for now. Yeah, we've hit a 5-figure profit of RGTI, which is really impressive. Within what 5 weeks. So RGTI, I don't really have anything to really discuss with RGTI. It's been getting shorted. Tesla. Well, everyone knows my thoughts on Tesla, right? Tesla is a day trade. Look at Tesla's a day trade to the max. Look at the weekly chart. After all that crazy price action, look at the lower wick. The lower wick is so extended. Oh, Thursday had a great day. Let's go intraday, Thursday and Friday. And I'll show you why Tesla's a day trade. Thursday, Tesla went from, after earnings, it dropped, but it went from 416 to 448 or 449. Friday, we went from open 451 to 430. Tesla's a day trade. There's opportunities there with Tesla, but it's a day trade for sure. Anyone who tries to swing it is going to face this, right? The people that swung calls after it ran up got cooked. The people that swung calls got cooked. So Tesla can run. It can run up to 439. Like if you want my price target, 439.48 for tomorrow. And if it does break that, then 449.80, 449.80. Tesla can run. Tesla can push. This is why I like swinging calls. I'm sorry. This is why I like stocks that I can swing, because it makes life a lot easier, right? We swung 3 different plays over this weekend. They're all up right now. Tesla is probably not up enough that you can, really get excited. You probably see the price action intraday. I'm guessing, 1%. See, Tesla's not really giving me. Tesla's up 1%, but look at AMD. How much AMD up? Right? 3%. That's the difference. 2.91%. That's 3%. AMD's up there. SoFi is up how much percent? Like 4%? Like 3.9%, exactly. 4%. Those are the ones I like, right? Those are the ones I'm looking for. What else did we look at? We looked at Coinbase. That was up nicely. Tesla ain't not really going to do that. Tesla's not really going to give you that, right? Palantir is one that I really like. I haven't talked about Palantir. I just remembered it when I talked about SoFi and AMD. Palantir, I didn't get to talk about it. So here's my issue with Palantir. I'll pull up the daily chart. What is this, right? What is this exactly? What exactly is this, right? The last time, I'm going to draw, now I'm actually going to circle it, right? Everything that's going on here. Sure, we could break out, but it's just a lot of consolidation, which is kind of annoying. But at the same time, I've been in the markets long enough, right, that I know now when this happens. It even happened last year with Palantir. When this happens, I think we were at $40, $42 last year with Palantir. This happened. Oh. When this happens, just wait for it. Wait for what I'm going to say. When this happens, you can triple up from there. The stock can triple up.
It was at around $40. I remember it. We traded it. It was this. It was this. It was this. It was this exactly. I remember that period, and we hit the calls 500, 600%. This right here. This is exactly what we're seeing right now. From $45 or $44, $42, we went all the way to what? 85. So that's a double up, and then 126, another double. I'm sorry, and then so it tripled from 42 is what I'm trying to say. It doubled and then increased by 50%. I think Palantir is going to do the same. I just don't know when it's going to happen again. I think we can go up to 200 and beyond, but I just don't know when it's going to happen again. I think this is going to explode, but I just don't know when. That's my problem with Palantir. I like it though. I really like it. Right? Yeah. Shout out Uzo for that MBIS trade Friday. I think that jumped like, it's even still jumping. Shout out Uzo for that one. He put that one in the Discord. Yep. We went from 97 up to 120 now. So shout out Uzo for that trade. Really good trade. And shout out to you guys in the Discord for adding to the SoFi calls. YouTube comments. Let me see what's going on. Damn, guys, please drop some likes. Be what do you call it? Be a giver. It's just likes. It helps me. It actually helps me. It might not, it might not hurt you. It might not stop you from succeeding in life, but just drop the likes. YouTube. Let's see the comment section. OPRA, RPRA, Opera. What is this? Oh, this is puts, yeah? Or what's up with this? Oh, it's got earnings coming tomorrow. Okay, I see. This is not really anything. Like, this is just, it looks like it's just being short, like it's being sold off. I don't know what you like. If you want this one, like if you own this one or what, I don't see anything here. There's better opportunities. It might be up now because all the market is up, but if it's up less than like 1%, maybe less than 2%, it's nothing. It's 1.67. It's nothing. Sorry, it's not compared to what else we've got. OPRA. Yeah. I think this is really good, guys. What we've got here. Get the likes up. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And if you're not in the Discord, come join the Discord. Right. You can see everyone in Discord going crazy right now. This is what we're doing. D says Affirm. PG says 60. WBD. Yeah, Affirm is similar to UPST. It's starting to set up nicely. I could take Affirm up to $81. Yeah, Affirm wicked off my level of resistance, came down. The daily time frame is lit as well. We close above the 50, above the 9 and above the 21. So Affirm does look like it's starting to get active again. Yeah, I like it. Just probably not my priority right now. Let's see how it's doing right now, actually. Keep the suggestions coming, guys. Affirm is up 2.2%. That's good. That's good. Anything that's up more than 2% is good right now. AMD has really shocked me. AMD is great. AMD is really great. AMD and SoFi, them, Palantir as well. Cheesecake Factory data. Man, they do their thing. They really do their thing. Oh yeah, this is crazy. Oh yeah. Oh, it's going now? Hey, keep dropping these tickers in the Discord. You guys have some really good stocks. Oh, it's up 65% right now. Oh, wow. Keep dropping them in the Discord. You guys have some bangers on your radar. Yeah, we'll see what this ASST does. I think ASST is something great for us, but it's just going to be a weird one. Keep dropping them stocks in the Discord. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of opportunities, really. There's a lot of opportunities. Keep dropping them. Grindr is up 19% for those of you on the dating apps. Let's see what else is up. Keep posting them in the Discord. Keep dropping them stocks. KTOS. This looks good. Yeah, this looks nice. Yeah, inside week as well. We can get explosive KTOS. Yeah, this can get explosive. Get back up to $98. Get back up past $100. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. KTOS. Oh, that was June. What's up, June? Long time no see. Long time no hear. Yeah, this is good. June always has the bangers. He just be hiding in the cut. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is pretty good, guys. So long story short, right? I think we're kind of winding down now. I set the timer for till 6:20 Pacific time. Did you already show IWM chart? I did. What do you think about Netflix and Costco? Great companies, huge companies. I think people are getting scared of Netflix. I think it's going to sell off a little bit. But look, we first bought Netflix back at, I think, $200. I have a level. Yeah, around 200. That's when we first bought Netflix. We took it up to 410, sold it. Unfortunately, it ran all the way to 1200. So yeah, Netflix is great. Netflix is amazing. But I can't really say that. I can't really say I'll trade it up here. Nah. The time to trade it I remember exactly, it was April, May, June 2022. Let's go back to those times. Here's April. Here's April. See, that was a sell-off. And then May and June was the time to buy. Yeah. That was a good time, man. In my Kansas days. So, what stock did you just say? You said Costco. Yeah, Costco, another great company, not going anywhere anytime soon. Again, I wouldn't personally trade it up here. I know that earnings is coming up in a couple months, but I wouldn't trade it up here. Yeah, it's good. It's a great company long term. Like Costco, Netflix, you can't go wrong with them. Just buying and holding them. JD, that's the Chinese stocks. It's kind of stuck under here. FCX, I'm trying to see something that catches my eyes now, guys. Something that really catches my eyes and makes me go, yes. Lyft. Yep, that's something. Weekly charts, nice. Daily charts, nice. Lyft is definitely something to watch. Could go back up to $23. Lyft is, yeah. If Uber's not doing it, then Lyft might. Let's just put it that way. Okay, that's a good one. WBD, Walgreens. Oh yeah, it's up there. Sorry, Warner Bros. What's Walgreens thing then? What's Walgreens ticker? I must have. Is that WBA? So you got WBA and WBD. I think it's WBA. Yes, Walgreens is WBA. Okay, WBD is Warner Bros. All right, that's the movies. It's a bit away from the EMAs. I don't know. The weekly chart is nice. You got the breakout, you got the classic pullback, and we got the continuation. Nice. Anyone else got stocks to watch? Keep pumping them in the Discord. Hey, click on the like button, guys. Don't be stingy. We can get to 55. What do you think my next one? KTOS, yep. Diamond Hands on Ball, yep. TAC, Technical Analysis Chart. Transatlantic Corporation. Okay. Weekly chart is crazy. This is it. This is a prime setup. Where were you in August? Where were you in September? This is when you supposed to be telling me. This is a crazy chart. This is ideal. Oh, let's just do this. Draw a little flag, mini flag. This is a crazy play. You had this. If you had this back in September and August, you had a chance to make insane return. Well done for finding that, though. Drop that one in the Discord, please. I want to do a bit more research on that. TAC, drop that one in the Discord. The daily chart, yeah. Let's see, because it's already jumped, but let's see. Who's to say it can't go to 25, 30? You know, we saw what was going on with those earth metals and all those kind of things a couple weeks ago. Any earnings plays this week? Yes, SoFi. SoFi definitely. I already mentioned that one's definitely an earnings play. I think I said BA, Eli Lilly's Chipotle. I think those are some earnings plays. There's a lot more stocks I like, but I'm not going to play all of those. Apple might pump, right? It might, Coinbase. Yeah, there's definitely earnings plays this week, definitely. Who's that said MBIS? Yeah, of course, MBIS. Yeah, MBIS. We did look at that one a few minutes ago. CRWV. Yeah, this is active. 4-hour chart is nice. $149.30 is the target for core ETH. But I think I like Circle more. I think I like Circle more just on the technical analysis standpoint. CRWV looks good though. Yeah, it's up 3%. That's good. I think I like Circle more. I think I do. It's good though. It is good. It's good. It's good. Let's just compare it real quick. Yeah, I like Circle more. Yeah, it's close though. I like Circle more, slightly more. Quickly check the Discord comments. Yeah, make sure you guys say thank you to Hannah. She says you're no good. Make sure you say, thank you because, yeah. Joe says Baidu. Joe, I'm going to see you at the next meetup. See you there. The destination is confirmed. Baidu looks nice. Weekly chart finished inside week. And we're above the EMAs. The daily time frame is starting to get busy. Yes. This is great. This is great. Oh, this is great. Baidu, but again, it's the Chinese stocks. You know me and the Chinese stocks. Sometimes they do good, sometimes they do bad. It's tough, especially when you got the tensions with the trade war, the trade agreements, tariffs. It's a bit tough to trade the Chinese stocks because you can also get this. You can also get a drop from 145 to 116. In a 3-week period. So it's tough. It does look nice. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Keep pumping those stocks in the Discord. Keep pumping them likes and yeah. Going Gusto said IWM never broke support. I'm glad I didn't get out. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't get out too. It was yeah, we're gonna wake up excited tomorrow. Let it just not only let it hold, let it keep going. Make my life easier to start Monday. Yeah, it's fine right now. $2 jump for an index is great. It's great. Especially in index like this. Okay. I do want you guys to just note these stocks down. AMAT, okay. Shopify, Nvidia. Please note these down, guys. Just keep them for yourself. Chart them. It's just opportunities. Nvidia, Airbnb, okay, and then Starbucks, okay. Just note them down for yourself. Keep them. Chart them. Put them in a Discord. Whatever you want to do. Ask each other about it. Put it in the students chart section in a Discord. Yeah. So we're almost at the 90-minute mark. Have you guys enjoyed this? Do you guys want to see more like this? Like, I don't know. I can't tell by the likes, so I have to tell by what you say in the chat. You guys enjoyed it? Has it been helpful? Has it opened your eyes, or is it just another day? Would you rather be watching the Packers? I don't know, Steelers, or I don't know. What's up? Yeah. We're all trying to the last thing I'll say, we're all trying to get up there together, right? We're trying to, achieve together, right? We all earn dollars somehow, right? And we all know those dollars are disintegrating day by day. We all know that our money's value, 10 years ago is not the same as it is today. We all know the salary we earn today, if we have the same salary or a small increase in a few years, it's not going to be the same. We're not going to be worth the same. So we all know that, buying assets, investing in stuff, doing those kind of things is going to benefit us long term, right? So even when I say this stock looks good and it's only $11, $12, and you're just going to put some dollars in there just to keep it in there, it's going to be beneficial, right? It's better than just putting it in the bank and it's just there getting 0.000% interest, right? So you guys know the game, right? I'm a trader by nature, but long-term investing is the way. Long-term investing is what I'm focused on because, again, it's those RGTIs when you got shares, no one can take away from you. Those Amazons, you got shares. What else do we buy for cheap? Of course, SoFi, Palantir that we bought for super cheap, when they're 10, $15. It's those things that are going to make a difference in your life long-term. Or AMD's $78, $80 buying. Those are what's going to make a difference. So just trying to put the game on, just trying to put you guys on game. I do think more of you guys need to, do your own research and stuff, and come prepared. But it's okay. We take it step by step. And then yeah, everybody who came here today and showed love, thank you guys for the ones who did the likes and stuff. Thank you guys, the ones that commented. Thanks to those who put it in the Discord. Yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it though. I tried to go really in depth and really give you guys as much game and source as possible, especially at the end with those, AMAT, Starbucks, whatever the other ones I said, Nvidia, those gems. Just please, just do what's best for yourself. Everything else can wait. You can enjoy the good life on the other side. Everything else can wait. So yeah, guys, that's it from me. I'm definitely going to drop a tweet and say thank you guys for coming. So hopefully you guys see that. And yeah, that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in the Discord. I'm going to be in the Discord right now. So peace and love. Why are there 5 people watching it?